everyone, welcome to ETimes. I'm Rachit Gupta, and joining me for a conversation today is Ravi Behl. He's making a comeback of sorts with The Night Manager, but there's more to it. And of course, for all of us who've grown up through the 90s and the early 2000s, his show Boogie Woogie is iconic, beyond iconic. So let's jump into that. Hi, Ravi, how are you doing?
Hi, Rachit. How are you?
I'm great as well. Ravi, The Night Manager, it looks like a very exciting project. Star-studded hai, ensemble cast hai.
Right.
Why don't you tell me how did the whole show come about for you? I mean, how were you approached, and what did you like the most about this opportunity?
Okay, so let me take you a little back.
Okay.
So once we were done with Boogie Woogie,
Hmm.
okay, 10 साल हो गए उसको भी, and उसके पहले it's been around 20 years. हाँ, मैंने एक्टिंग नहीं की, बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
I know.
छोटे मोटे, for a friend I did a guest appearance, or I just recently did a cameo. I did a small thingy in a web series, but this is like a full-fledged role, as an actor, I'm coming back after 20 years.
Hmm.
So yeah, there was a lot of excitement. And when I first, heard the role, I read the scenes and all, I was pretty excited because I loved the character. Yeah. The character is very suave, very smooth. He's like a glib talker, a kind of rakish Casanova kind of a gentleman. So character to mujhe काफी exciting लगा. And then, of course, when we were kind of finalizing everything, I sat with Sandeep sir, Mr. Sandeep Modi, the director of the show, and he narrated my character in depth to me.
Hmm.
And Rachit, what was most important for me as an actor was that I wanted to hear his vision of what he feels this guy should be. Because it's made in English as well.
Hmm.
मैंने 2-3 साल पहले देखा भी था शो, ओके, पर धुंधला धुंधला था. And I didn't want to, revisit it again because I didn't want to get influenced by that character and the gentleman's acting. Of course, he's done a very fine job, no doubt about it. But I wanted to play it in my way. So when Sandeep sir explained the character to me, he took a long time, in depth, puri discussion hui. I asked him 10 questions, he asked me 10. And by the end of the meeting, I was damn excited. I said, ye to karna hi karna hai, that way. So that's how I got into it.
Okay. And your co-stars have been singing hosannas for you. I mean, Anil sir calling you like Brando and
Oh Lord, I swear upon God, I was so touched, yeah. And all of these guys, because even for, let's just say Aditya, he's never seen me acting. AK sir, I'm seeing after 20, 30 years, yeah. Kahan mile? So it was so heartwarming and it was so touching when everybody said, yeah, you're doing a good job. Now I'm blushing when I'm saying that. But yeah, it was fantastic, Samne se, when such a big actor like AK sir, sits you down and then tells you what you're doing well, it's very encouraging.
Right.
So it was fantastic.
Right. Ravi, how much of this look of yours, this grayish visage that you have right now, how much was that influential in you getting this role, and how much is that an asset in playing this character?
I would say it played a big part, and हिंदी में बोलूंगा पूरा इसका श्रेय जाता है लॉकडाउन को. मतलब लॉकडाउन के टाइम, I had a goatee beard, very halki सी goatee beard. And then lockdown, you go through so many phases. फिर एक टाइम आया, बोले यार छोड़, शेव ही नहीं करना मेरे को. So I let it grow. And one day I kind of trimmed it a little bit, and suddenly everybody at home, like my sister, my brother, my mom, and all, like, yeah, this is looking damn good, yeah. And then I remember when I decided that acting karni hai, so Mukesh Chabra is a very dear friend, as in I know him since a long time. We never used to meet. So when I connected with him, he said, sir, aa jao, ek coffee peete saath mein. So when he saw me, the first thing he said, sir, I'm on with you, but do me a favor, isko touch mat karna. This is a very different look for you. People have an impression about you from Narsimha, Agni Sakshi, Dalal. to Boogie Woogie. This is something totally different. And I mean, he's a veteran here. He knows what he's talking about. And yeah, well, he was right. It did come true. Because this character is a very suave, sophisticated, royal blood kind of a guy. And what do you think? This looks cool, right?
It looks fantastic, Ravi. It looks fantastic. I mean, the first time I saw you, even on Insta with this look, I was like, wow, man, it's working. It's working. And coming from somebody who hasn't shaved since 2017.
Kya bol raha hai?
So it's fantastic, man. It's really good for you.
Great.
Acha, I have to ask you this, Ravi. The Night Manager is not your first tryst with international shows. Going back many years, there was the Far Pavilions.
Yes.
And you worked with some fantastic names. I mean, Omar Sharif and Christopher Lee. But you also had Jennifer Kendall, Shashi Sir's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a scene with her. My scene was with Omar Sharif, Christopher Lee, Saeed Jaffery. And I mean, biggies, for me, Christopher Lee was Dracula here.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've grown up, when you say Dracula, you only think of him because he was synonymous with that. And plus, the director was very good, Mr. Peter Duffel. So, yes, I mean, this wasn't the first time. And over there also, I had read for an audition. They'd come to India. And it just so happened that they had a lot of Indian actors, matlab NRIs, from there, from the UK, who had come down. And unfortunately for him, fortunately for me, he fell ill. So over here, they had to cast somebody. And I just did a reading. I got it. In fact, I had the good fortune to meet Steven Spielberg here.
Wow. Nice.
If you remember, there was Amy Irving also in the film.
Right.
Amy Irving was married to Steven Spielberg.
Oh.
Yes.
So he was
at that point of time, I think the courtship situation was on.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, he had come down to check out locations for his Raiders key with, I think...
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yes. So I think at that point, so he specially came down to meet her.
Okay.
And she grabbed me by my hand and she took me to him and said, you have to meet this Indian actor. Because they were very nervous initially. Okay, will I be able to deliver or not? But that's what, they were very happy. And by the end of it, all were my friends.
Right.
In fact, I still kind of look out for it. We had taken Polaroids at that time.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I can't seem to find it. But yes, I've met Steven Spielberg.
That's nice. That'll be that's definitely going to break the internet if you post it on Insta.
I really wish I can find it. We shifted homes. I was a kid. At that point of time, kisko dhyan hai? Kisko pata bhi tha ki ye cheeze itni precious hone wali hai.
Right. True. Ravi, since you've started talking about the past, I have to ask you, I was so fascinated when I saw on Tabassum Talkies that the story of how you got Morcha. I mean, you were practicing karate in a park and you were spotted. So, I mean, how did that happen? As a child artist to get a martial arts film?
Yeah, it's a little...
It's so out there.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, when I was very little, Bruce Lee had come on the scene. Like the guru of action. Okay. Right. So as kids, we were enamored by him. And I remember there was this school jahan pe morning mein, there was this guy. His name was Suresh.
Okay.
And he was a black belt in karate. And we guys, me, Naved and Jaaved, we were in the same school. Okay. And we were all enthusiastic guys. We said, yaar, karate seekhte. Mere ko pata chala ki he was teaching over there. It was St. Anne's or something.
Okay.
High school. So, कभी सोचा नहीं कि फिल्म मिलेगी क्या होगा, बस कराटे का शौक था. And fortunately, I was very good at it. My kicks, my jumps, and flexibility and all was damn good. So the sir used to make us all stay back and used to do extra time with me.
Okay.
Then there was this person in the building, जिसने ननचाकू, he was elder to me. ननचाकू बनवाए थे उसने. Wow. मेरे को याद है, I collected money and I bought it from him. बस शौक था. और
So,
घर पे pop, I used to do all that, and full day I used to be jumping around and all. And there was this veteran, very big director called Mr. Ravikant Nagaich,
yeah,
जिन्होंने सुरक्षा भी बनाई with
yeah,
Mithun Da,
yeah.
So I remember he was making a film with my father at that time, but dad became insolvent. Things were not right. So, but he remembered when he used to come to the house, he used to see me do karate and stuff.
Okay, okay.
So one fine day, out of the blue, we get a call and he tells my mom, he says, "Bhabhi ji, Ravi abhi bhi wo karta hai karate varate?" बोले पूरा दिन शीशे के सामने नंचा को चलाते रहता है. So he said, "Would he be interested in doing a film?" So my mom came and asked me. She said, "Would you be interested?" I said, "Of course, yeah, I'm cool with that. शीशे के सामने करता हूँ, कैमरे के सामने भी. When you're kids, you throw caution to the wind and nothing.
Yeah.
But my mom's one condition was that, okay, fine, you do this, but as long as your education doesn't suffer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a promise I made to her. And yeah, that's how it started here.
Right, right. And your elder sister was already, I think she had already become an actress with Rishi sir.
Yes. She had
Hmm.
done Main Tulsi Tere Aangan
Huh.
Ki, she had done, and then with Rishi Kapoor ji, she had done a film.
Huh.
And but if I remember right, I think I was the first guy to act because Morcha,
Uh-huh.
as a kid,
Of course.
so I was the first actor in the family.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, uh, Ravi, what came first, the passion for martial arts or the passion for dance? And how have the two influenced each other?
That's a damn cool question, yeah. I would say it was hand in hand, yeah.
Hmm.
Because the area which I lived in was Bandra.
Hmm.
Bandra, when you used to have these parties, there used to be a lot of jiving and all that happening.
Hmm.
A lot of dancers. And वहां से शौक तो था. Music and dance was like a passion. Okay. And of course, Bruce Lee, like I said, I think they all came simultaneously.
Hmm.
तो वहां से शौक पैदा हुआ. तो घर पे हम डांसिंग करते थे. एक्शन के लिए वहां चले जाते थे. At the classes. Then Michael Jackson came on the scene.
Yeah.
And that did it for me, man. I was like, wow. And that's, where वो शौक पैदा हुआ और फिर घर पे डांस करने का. मैं, नावेद, जावेद, हम लोग सबको शौक था. Jaaved was very John Travolta. I was very Michael Jackson. That kind of stuff. But we never had any classes, no schools. घर पे music चला के dance करना. And your second question, which you said, how are they related to each other in a way? Because whether it's action or it's dancing, you need timing, you need grace, and you need flexibility. Right? And martial arts helped me in my flexibility. So doing a split, doing a roundhouse kick, dancing में भी काम आता है. And then choreography is very important in both.
True.
Even when you're doing an action sequence, you choreograph the sequence. कि punch यहाँ से आएगा, आप फिर block करोगे, एक step पीछे जाओगे. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel they're pretty similar in a lot of ways, dancing and action.
Yeah. And if you're good at one, it's probably bound to be that we'll be good at the other.
Just so happens, yeah. क्योंकि kicking, splitting, shuffle, ये वो दोनों चीजों में common है.
True.
So
true. Okay, I also have to ask you, Ravi.
Yeah.
You mentioned this yourself that after Narsimha, Agni Sakshi, and Dalal.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel you were on a high, man. I mean, people used to recognize you. Your songs were damn famous.
Yes, thanks.
So what halted the progress as an actor? Was it Boogie Woogie? Did that distract you, or was it something else?
Okay, you've hit the nail on the head, and your research is like bang on, man. So after I think my last film was Agni Sakshi or Dalal.
Dalal, probably, I think.
Yeah, but all the three were blockbuster hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Call it lack of experience. When you're younger, whose time we didn't have so much of advice. People weren't, available to give you that kind of advice. And of course, with God's blessing, Boogie Woogie happened. All right, Naved and me go a long way. We were like buddies from school, through college. So one day he came over. मेरी गाड़ी तो निकल गई थी, तो नावेद ऐसे ही बैठा हुआ था घर पे. So बोला यार कुछ करते. Television was just coming up big that time. So we came up with this thought, okay, let's do a dance show because it wasn't done before in India. So ठीक है. And I was excited and we got the show. But little did I know that, said, चल मैं और तू produce करते हैं. I was too used to acting. I didn't know the P of production. Okay. I thought, चल यार, side में पैसे बन जाएंगे. Security रहती है. Because at that time, it was either films or nothing at all. But once I started, I realized production is a full-time job. Yeah. And especially since you are learning it. So, for me also, it was a learning curve. यार, साथ में मैं भी सीख रहा था. Took up maximum of my time. और कहीं ना कहीं जाके then, that meeting people, going and, listening to scripts, that just stopped. So in a way, you have a point. Once Boogie Woogie started, I got totally immersed in that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, TV as a medium, and especially when you're doing something like Boogie Woogie, because I've seen I had seen that lovely interview all three of you did with Avinash. I think some point last year.
Yes.
And it was fantastic, man. I mean, and so many things were true that you guys were doing improvs in front of the camera.
But that's us, yaar, bro.
Yeah.
We're like that only, yaar.
Exactly.
You say something, I'll pick up from there. मैंने कुछ बोल दिया, he'll pick up from there. That was just us.
So what was that world so immersive and so engaging that did you sort of skim over the acting wala ambition?
Yeah, it just happened. Then, and touchwood, yeah, it was phenomenal, yeah. It was a huge show. In fact, the respectability that we've gotten from that show is unparalleled, yeah. So I'm always thankful for the show. So I would say, yeah, acting pursue kar leta ya kuch nahi. Boogie Woogie, bahut bada show tha. So it just was a transition which happened. And, you get a platform. In our times, we didn't have a platform here, to showcase our talent. Through us, we got a chance कि common man आके stage पे करे and perform करे. That was a big service here. So it just happened there. And अपना क्या होता था, जैसे अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं, हमारे क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड जो होते थे, वो चाहे मम्मी स्पेशल हो, चाहे बच्चों के साथ हो, चाहे ग्रुप्स के साथ हो, we would hardly have a script. उसने फेंका, हमने बोला, उसने फेंका. आंटी खाने के लिए क्या ला रहे हैं आप? पंजाब से हैं, नेक्स्ट टाइम सरसों का साग वो ला रही है, हम लोग खा रहे हैं. lot of fun.
Right.
So it just happened.
Okay. I have to ask you this, Ravi. You come from a film family. I mean, your father was a filmmaker.
Right.
So you had seen production, you had seen sets, you had seen actors.
Unfortunately, by the time my father passed away when I was 11.
Yeah.
So I really didn't see that glamour side. Because he was going through a lot of problems himself. By the time I could even start to realize things. So yeah, in bits and pieces, yes. But I haven't seen that side of it.
Okay. So my question was exactly that. So after your father passed away, did you sort of ever assume responsibility that I have to be the man of the house, I have to be the breadwinner? And then did that sort of influence your decision to say, let me take up something that is more secure as opposed to, pursue a passion of, say, being an actor and go through uncertainty? Was that
absolutely
the thought in your mind?
Absolutely. It's like you're reading my mind here, bro. Because from the age of 11, I wasn't working because I just loved to act. Yeah, that was one part of it. But it was also for family. It just so happened that it started, I started earning money and it would get bread and butter to the table. So I've been working for a living ever since I was 11. And that's why after so many years, जब Boogie Woogie खत्म हुआ, मैंने 10 साल कुछ नहीं किया यार. बोला यार, I haven't had a, I haven't had a childhood as a child, as a kid. I said, "Abhi kuch nahi karna mujhe." For 10 years, I went into hibernation. I said, "Nothing doing. I don't want to move a muscle." So that's why that big break after Boogie Woogie. So you're right. I did it for, yes, I loved it, but it was also for a livelihood.
Okay. Okay. Just two final questions quickly. I know I have to wrap up, but ये तो मेरे को पूछना ही है. ये मतलब सबसे ज्यादा इंट्रीगिंग पार्ट था मेरे रिसर्च में, रवि, कि आप जब रिलेशनशिप के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, द रीजन यू डिडंट गेट मैरिड, बहुत ही पेक्यूलर चीज आपने बोली एक इंटरव्यू में थी. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर विच वेबसाइट आई रेड इट ऑन, बट इट वाज, एंड यू यूज द एडेज, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता है. तो ऐसा क्या रायता फैल गया था कि यू नो इट हर्ट यू?
Okay, so let me tell you that I think you fall in love probably once, if you're really lucky, twice in life. Yeah. True love. And I was. But certain things, it didn't work out. And, I mean, don't go by this demeanor, but I am a very emotional guy. And it hurt a lot. And it took me a long time to get out of it. All right. And it was a long distance relationship. That really, really kind of scarred me somewhere. Because my intentions were honorable, her intentions were honorable, but somewhere down the line, it just didn't happen for whatever reason. So, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के, आई थिंक इससे ज्यादा क्या समझाओगे. उसके बाद जहां भी जाता था इतना फटी पड़ी होती थी मेरी कि यार, what if this doesn't work? But that's not the way one should think.
Yeah.
But that's what happened with me.
But matters of the heart are always very tricky.
There you go,
yeah.
You can't explain it. I'd become like a Majnu here.
Night Manager aa rahi hai. People are going to look at you.
Yes.
What is the future in terms of your acting career? Are you going to focus on films, OTT? What is it that you're looking for?
Films, OTT, definitely on here. Boss, I'll tell you in one line. I've decided it's going to be quality over quantity. मतलब जो आ रहा है वो नहीं लेना है. Quality का रोल होगा. 100% I'm on. And yes, now this innings is acting for me, full-fledged. Like I'm telling you, the first day I reached the set and I was there, I had a little butterflies in my stomach. क्योंकि इतने साल के बाद यार, and then my first scene was straight with AK sir, यार, Anil Kapoor sir. थोड़ी तो बैंड बजी भी थी, but bro, 1 घंटे में I was like, yaar, why didn't I do this earlier? I'm back home.
Nice.
So this is what it's going to be now. Yeah.
Nice. All right. On that note, Ravi, thank you so much for talking
Cheers,
to
brother.
us.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
And best of luck for the Night Manager and all your future projects, man.
Take care, brother.